Hello, hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to do things to get my mind off the situations and stuff that I'm in. But I'm here at Tractor Supply, trying to find alternative methods to what I can do for my dog. And hey, Shelly says, how you doing? But yeah, right now a lot of places are doing like 15-30% off of already blooming like flowering fruit trees like this one. It's an assorted peach tree. There's a bunch of them and everything, and they're already in bloom. But if you can get like fruit trees and stuff, do it. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, everything is everything's going on sale, like because everything is dying off and they can't take care of the stuff. So right now is time to start buying your herbs, your you know, herbs, whatever you can get, vegetables, stuff like that. I mean, lemon thyme, you can make a good tea out of that. You could use lemon thyme for pretty much anything. Curled parsley, Greek oregano, yellow bell peppers. But all these peach trees will always produce. No matter if it's cold, no matter if it's warm, they will always bloom and they will always keep a consensual produce going for you. Especially right now, I mean, they're only like $20 a piece. Then you take 15-20% off of that. So you're looking probably around $15 a tree. Then you look at garden sage, Japanese eggplants, bee balm, you know, uh, green sage, Cajun bell peppers, squash, calabaza, cowhorn hot peppers, cucumbers. All of this stuff is like 15% off. Tabasco hot peppers, grape tomatoes, Ebola, arbol, chilies. I know, right, Shelly? I love peaches. Peaches are amazing. Then also for like home defense, you want to get some of these vine trees, and plant them within the natural trees around your area. They will bloom. I mean, especially like grapes, blueberries, stuff like that, that can be natural defenses to your house also. They even got pear trees. They only got 2 pear trees left. Plum trees. Only bad thing about plums is you need a male and a female to pollinate them. So yeah, I'm here at Tractor Supply. Since they stopped euthanizing animals in my county, I've got to try to find alternative methods to help my girl pass. But even right now, like seeds are 25% off right now. All of them, anything and everything that you got. Pumpkins, squash, spinach, radishes, tomatoes, peppers, peas, green beans, corn. All this stuff is good to stock up on right now. Plus, you got these uh, bushes in a box, blueberry buckles, hardy pecan trees, muscadine grapes, the Triumph muscadimes, the red Cowart muscadimes. Muscadine grapes can be used to make homemade wine. You can get gooseberries. You can get the Oregon Champions, the red. Get raspberries. But right now is where right now is what you need to start doing right now. And one of the best knives that you can ever get is a 13-inch cane knife. These things are amazing. Cane knife is pretty much just like a Woodlands pound knife. I think yeah, this one's heat treated steel, so it's not carbon steel. But most that you find in Mexico is carbon steel. These are great all around cleaving knives to go through anything. And also the hook bush knives. These things are amazing also. You can also get a good sickle, hand sickle. But if you're in wild edibles and you're collecting berries, these are worth it. They're called leaf scoops, but what you do with these is you carry you put a bag on the bottom of it, and it has these um, serrations in it, and it goes through the bush, and it will pick off all the berries and push them down into your harvesting bag. See, you get something like this burlap sack right here, put it around it, you're good to go. Also, you get asparagus, purple, Washington Marys, Jersey Knights, rhubarb. Everybody knows about rhubarb. Your onions. Then, see, a big thing that people always buy out is going to be your seeding potatoes. But any potato will be a seeding potato. You can spend $6 or $7 for seeding potatoes, or you can go to your grocery store and buy them for dirt cheap right now. Let them be in a cool, dark place and let them ferment and start seeding and eyeing. Then you just cut those up and replant them. And I'm probably going to get in trouble. And another good thing is get hummingbird feeders. I mean, hummingbird feeders help pollinate your wild gardens. So take care of your pollinators. Take care of the things that's going to take care of your garden in a end of the world scenario. But I'll probably get in trouble for posting this after what I'm actually here for. I'm actually here to find alternative mean to put my dog down. So I need to see. Oh yeah, and also this is what I'm talking about by chickens. See, Tractor Supply is supposed to have a spring chicken sale all the time, but because of the new bird flu that's going out, there is no chickens to be bought. None. All of these would be filled with baby chicks. But there is not a single chick in any of these. There's one, two, three, five, six 30-gallon troughs with food and water in it, but no baby chicks at all. And they're supposed to be $1 a piece. Chicks and ducks, $1. Effective April 1st. Their normal prices are ranging from like $6.99 to $4.99. But there's nothing here. Nothing. Hey bud, how you doing, brother? This is what you need to do. You need to start paying attention to everything that's going on. Once livestock stops being able to be produced or sold, what are you going to do as an alternative food source to your stocks? What are you? I mean, look, even all their stuff is on sale, and these are really good. These poultry feeders, I love those things for my chickens. Then the Easy Fill drinkers, these things are amazing. I think this one's a 20-gallon, yeah, 18.9 liter. Yeah, so almost 20 liters, 5-gallon. These things are awesome. But yeah, so I need to see if there's any. Tractor Supply takes care of all farmers and stuff, so they have usually everything or anything needed to take care of your animals here. Just trying to see. Yeah, I know, Shelly. No, I don't, I don't want to do this myself, but I don't want her to suffer either. I don't want her to have to go through any more pain than what she's already feeling. And another thing is, use all this kind of stuff to attract wild animals to your land so you don't have to go out and outsource your food in a survival situation. Like these, you can reuse any of your corn or any rotten vegetables or whatever and put this on there. The squirrels come to eat it, you pick them off while they're here eating. They're squirrel feeders. Same thing with one of these. Also, if you want to start with bees, get one of these garden bee houses. They're small bamboo that's been hollowed out. This will go ahead and start your colony. Stock up on plenty of bird seed, bird feed, because you're going to need the same thing with birds that come. See, like this. This is a weighted one. You see how it goes down so they can eat their food? I mean, well, the birds can stay on it, but if squirrels get on it, it lowers down and it stops the squirrels from eating. So it's a good thing the squirrels will continuously smell this food, but they can't get to it. So while they're on top of this, you can just go ahead and pick them off. Think, work smarter, not harder with survival, with preparedness. And the same thing, like if you're going to prepare chickens, these chicken pluckers, if you have the money for one, get one because it'll be easier on you to process your chickens with instead of boiling and plucking because the smell of that can be sickening sometimes. Hey, Dee Dee, how you doing? Hey, Uncle Al. Well, that's the thing. If we're starving, the elites are going to starve. You know, they may have it good for a couple more. They may have it good for a couple more years than us, but they're not smart enough to ration their stuff. Aluminum pot, 10.5 quart aluminum pot with strainer basket. That's not bad for boiling and steaming. That's not bad for 20 bucks. And also get you get you a good air rifle, 700 feet per second. It's a 10-22 air rifle, 1.77 caliber, which equals to being a 22 rifle. I mean, $80 for one of these is not a bad price, and it's a Ruger. So Rugers make decent handguns, and that those pellet guns can be easily take out small game. Oh yeah, well yeah, wash tubs too. Yeah, but I don't see. Oh, there he is. Let me go talk to him. See what he has to help euthanize my dog. Give me a second. Hello, sir. I got a question. I, my dog.
it's her time. And I can't pick her up or anything. The bed, y'all have it on. I know y'all. Yeah, that's what they told me to. That's what I thought. But and they won't even do it. They won't even give that a bed. Yeah. All right. Thanks. It was worth a try. So I remember I used to do it for my apartment and everything. Yeah. It's just not politically correct anymore. Yeah. Thank you, sir. You have a good one. Even here, they've stopped. That's they want you to pay like $400 and hurt the animal and carry it and have them do it. Oh yeah, and you want to know a good bug out vehicle that you can get? One of these bad boys. One of these Coleman. What are they called? It's like a Coleman mountain bike kind of thing. Yeah, Coleman 196cc mini bike. I mean, $800 for it. But this thing is amazing. I used to have one a long time ago. Used to have one of these things a long time ago. Oh, see, now I'm 6'2" and I can fit on this thing. And it only has back brakes on it, so you don't flip yourself. Well, I was gonna show you the engine component, but it's 196 cc's. This thing can get up to like 60 miles an hour. So it's an alternative to most bug out kits, and you can put saddlebags and stuff on it like a regular motorcycle. Yeah, I know, Uncle Al. I know. I'm not going to. I wasn't going to, put it on the channel, but I'm just out here. So I was looking at alternatives to what I need to do. Look at that bad boy. Battery operated ride-on semi. Isn't that against the law anymore to be a truck driver? Ah, jeez. Yeah, like what you were talking about, Uncle Al, like wash tubs and everything. Oh, these are the open-ended ones. These are just trough feeders. Never mind. But yeah, now that everything is going on sale, everything's getting harder and harder to replenish. I mean, they can't even get fresh produce or anything here. Fresh, already living produce. But also, right now, everybody's also going through. What is it called? Inventory. So they're going to throw everything and anything that they can down to the cheapest price possible. Yeah, I'll tell you. No problem. Yeah, you're good. You're welcome. See, that's what you do with people. You help people. No matter what the hell it is, try to help somebody. Y'all hear me now? Um, I just, I don't have basics anymore, Uncle Al. I'm losing my best friend. The only animal in my life that kept me sane from not going mad. I'm losing her. I'm I'm losing every bit of humanity that's left in me. Start not to care. OCO, brother. I'm losing my mind. Um, I'm losing who I am. You know, even though I do prepping and all this stuff, and things like this, if there's any way for you to get livestock or anything during prepping, get one of these hay holders to feed your stock. It's easier on you. It holds 3 bales of hay and gigantic water troughs like this. Right now, they're not that expensive. I mean, $170 for probably about a 10 foot water trough. Yeah, it's cheap design. The plastic's going to wear out after a while, but
It's easily fixable, and it's easier to take care of plastic over time. Yeah, it's my fur, but my fur buddy, my fur baby. And no vet. I mean, there's no ways of doing it. No ways of doing it at home anymore. They won't let you do it yourself. You have to go to a vet to do it. And who has $400 just lying around that is not needed for $400? Thought vets were supposed to be here to help us, and they're just as worse as fucking hospitals. Hey, Steven, brother, how you doing? Those kayaks. Guy said he'd cut me a deal like $200 on that one that's laying down, from like $370 to like 200. Like propane. If you see propane here in Texas is more expensive than regular gas. You can buy regular gas for $3.40. Propane is $3.69 a gallon. A gallon. That is highway robbery for propane. All right, Steven, that's fine, brother. Thank you for joining me, though. But it's not a game anymore. It's not. It's not a game anymore. It's not make believe anymore. This world is turning to shit. It's about the almighty dollar. That's all anything cares about in society now. And it goes to show you, that everything has a value. I mean, Tractor Supply can't even get their chickens because of the bird flu that's going on. I was coming to restock my supply of chickens, but they have no chickens. They haven't had chickens since last month. And even their first supply of chickens, they only had like 20 of them. And it was white Lagers. And, white Lagers are meat chickens. They also can produce some eggs, but not a high quality of eggs. A high quantity of eggs. You gotta have two forms of chickens. There's meat chickens then there's egg-laying chickens. And yeah, meat chickens get bigger. Meat chickens are made to feed you. But in doing that, they are also, they only produce about maybe 2 eggs a day. That's fine for a normal person. But if you're going to live in a community, if you're going to have family, you're going to need meat chickens and egg laying chickens to help produce and get that protein that you need, because eggs are a protein, because literally it's a baby chicken that you're eating. And if you just rely on meat chickens alone and you got a family of 4 and those meat chickens, you have multiple meat chickens, you know, the eggs are not going to be there to produce for you and your family. That's where the egg laying chickens come in. The egg laying chickens can be both a meat source and an egg source. But, you know, for a chicken to start producing, they had to be within 4 to 5 months of 4 to 5 months old. You know how long 4 to 5 months is when you have limited food sources? I like Rhode Island Reds and white Lagers for like meat, but I also like Cornish Rocks too. Cornish Rocks, they have one of the quickest maturity levels. Like I think it's 3 months, then they start producing eggs. But the bad thing about Cornish Rocks is they're small and their eggs are small. So you'd have to eat 4 Cornish Rock eggs to 1, white Lager egg, or, 1 Rhode Island egg. Take care, Shelly, sis. Love you too, sis. All right, Uncle Al. But in any kind of situation, any kind of whatever scenario that you're planning for, whatever scenario you think or you believe is going to happen, I'm not here to judge you on it. But I am here to judge you on the way you prep. I am here to judge your mindset on the situation that you are planning for. Some of these ideas some of these ideas are out the door. But there was a TV show called Doomsday Preppers. And I think it was the first season. There was a lady that was preparing for the next bird flu epidemic. And people thought she was crazy because we got rid of the bird flu. Well, what's going on right now with chickens and everything? The bird flu. Was she really, truly a crazy prepper? Was she truly out of her mind? No. She was actually planning for a real life scenario that has once again resurfaced, because birds get sick just like any human gets sick. All animals get sick. But is it going to be the end of the world? No. But, I mean, but she was preparing for what's happening now. Unlike people preparing for the zombie apocalypse or a meteor strike or whatever, you know? Yeah, a meteor strike hits us. I mean, meteors hit us every day, you know? And supposedly there's one colliding towards us right now that's supposed to be here in the year 2100 or something like that. And it's like an asteroid the size of Texas that's coming towards us. But we don't know the trajectory of it. We don't know if it's just going to bypass us. I mean, hell, 10 years ago there was a meteorite the size of Georgia that barely missed us by like 100,000 miles. Hey, Paul, how you doing? And that's something to worry about, you know, a meteorite coming at us because that's one thing we cannot control. We can't control nature. We can't control what happens in space. There's no way to do it. There's no way to stop that. We just hope and pray, and then when it comes, we just end up bending over, putting our legs between putting our head between our legs, and kissing our ass goodbye. I'm sorry, but Matt isn't a happy person right now, and Matt's filter isn't put on. So stop thinking like a bunch of idiots. Stop thinking the world's going to happen like a man-eating zombie virus is going to come out and kill us. Hell, we thought COVID was going to be the zombie virus, but it's not. Oh, it will. It will be Warhorse. Like, I mean, because you got to look. The meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs, okay? It was the size of, what was it? The size of Rhode Island, and the impact of it put the world literally into the ice age. If something the size of Maine, the state of Maine, can do that to the world, imagine what's going to happen to an asteroid the size of Texas. We fear nuclear winter, you know, nuclear blackout. But a meteorite is the exact same thing as a new blast that goes off. It will literally cover the earth in black soot. What did they say? A year and a half, block out the sun. It will literally kill off all the plants. It'll kill off all the vegetation, all the trees. Then in that darkness, it blocks out the sun. That means the world isn't going to heat up. That means the world is going to go into a soot winter. everything, we will go into another ice age. And I know there's places like Siberia, Russia, Alaska, Canada, stuff like that, that are all the time in snow. But the thing is they have the sun to warm up the plants, to keep whatever living plants alive. Because you got to look at Siberia. You got to look at, Siberia in Russia. There is like only 2% of plants growing in Siberia. And the majority of those plants are frozen. They are already dead. So it is a real life scenario that can happen. And there's no stopping it, you know? That's one thing us as humans could not stop. But us as humans can stop a nuclear war. We can stop famine. We can stop all these other scenarios that are happening right now, but we're not. It's one of those things. So that's why I tell people to pay attention to real life scenarios. Do not pay attention, do not listen to the hype of fantasy, because fantasy will get you killed quicker than a real life scenario in a heartbeat. It's like, all these kids and these preppers that are saying, "Oh, look at me, I've got a katana, I've got throwing knives, I've got a crossbow. That's going to save me." Have you ever even used a katana? Do you know the skill sets that are used to handle a katana? Because a katana is a thin piece of metal that will break with a heavy impact on the side of the blade. Hey, Huga, how you doing? Oh, yeah. But the majority of people that are preppers and stuff watch shit like the Walking Dead TV show or zombie movies, and they think that they're going to go into the city wearing some kind of bullshit military gear and survive. I hate to tell you, but if you roll into a city wearing full strapped out tactical gear and military surplus and all this stuff, guess what? I'm going to be on my roof with a sniper, with a 32x zoom scope, and I'm going to pick you off with a face shot. I'm going to kill you. And guess what? That body armor and everything ain't going to stop you, because majority of people are not going to aim for your chest. The majority of humans, like in my security company, when they train you in handgun training, you know the two places that they tell you to hit? They tell you to hit in the face of the target and in the groin of the target.
Hey, Steve, how you doing, brother? But they tell you to hit vital organs. They don't tell you to hit the major areas because the major areas are always protected. You know, people people will wear a bulletproof vest. People will wear Kevlar body armor. Nice. Congratulations, Huga sis. Congratulations. But the thing is people that you're going to be fighting against and the marauders that you're going to be fighting against is gang members. And the majority of these gang members have seen more fighting, have been literally in shooting zones, grown up in the projects where drive-bys happened every day. They are not scared of a gunfight. And they are the ones that are going to be quicker and not afraid to kill you. So if you're afraid of shooting somebody, if you're afraid of a gun, you might as well go ahead and bury yourself alive because you're going to die. All right, Warhorse. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to shoot you in the leg. I'm going to shoot you in the arm. I'm going to shoot you in the face. I'm not going to take a headshot. I'm going to shoot that big, pretty thing that you look at in the mirror every day. And that's going to take, and I'm going to use a hollow round on it. So you ain't getting back up. Yeah. I mean, a throat shot's going to be a lot trickier unless you actually have a good enough scope to hit it. But, with a handgun or something like that, I'm going to go for your whole entire leg, at least the upper part of your legs, where your hip and your groin is. Because if I hit any of that area, that's where your vital organs are. Even if I miss your groin or whatever, if I hit your hip, that bullet's going to shatter your hip. So you're not going to be getting up. You're going to be in extreme pain, and you're also going to be bleeding out because it's probably going to shatter that hip bone and slice one of your arteries. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you got to be a damn good shot to get a throat shot. But that face, even if you miss the face, you can still hit the skull. You know? Yeah, body shots are the one that most people are going to go for. But most people have enough common sense to know that it's a SHTF situation, and most people are probably going to have body armor. Oh, I'm sorry, Huga. Yeah. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, and that's the thing, movies and all this stuff, it's bastardized a lot of ways of thinking. People people want to be the main character in an action movie.
like the majority of preppers, they all believe that they are John Rambo, and they all believe that they are the number one hero in their own action film. They don't realize that real life is different than a made up movie. They don't realize that lives actually get lost and people will kill you. And to tell you the truth, it's not going to be the military. It's not going to be the police, like how movies portray that the police and the military are going to be the bad guys. Yeah, right, Steve. I mean, the body shot is always going to, but in like an SHTF situation or something like that, a lot of people are going to be in fear or something because there's so much military surplus that oh yeah. Yeah, Hugo, that's what I was saying. Like legs, pelvis, headshots. Yeah, it like there's a majority of preppers and there's a majority of people like here in the states that are allowed access to plate carriers in military surplus. Um, they're old school plate carriers, but they're still plate carriers. Yeah, I mean, all you got to do literally to make an explosive is fill a fill a soda, a 2 liter, like a 2 liter bottle of soda with nails, metal shards, whatever, especially if it's Coca Cola. Fill it with metal, nails, whatever, and just throw a few Mentos in it. Screw on the cap and just throw it. You have a homemade primitive shrapnel bomb right there without much knowledge. Yes, yes, Steve. Always stay low, stay out of the situation, and don't go to heavily populated areas. Always stay always stay in the areas that is around you because in an SHTF situation, there is thousands upon thousands of homes, thousands and thousands upon apartment buildings, flats. You know, you don't literally have to go to a grocery store. You don't have to go to any place
get what you need. Yes, yes, Steve. Become a ghost. Literally become a ghost. And that's why I tell people all the time, you know, in an SHTF situation, there's thousands of houses. There's no sense in people spending money to go buy a bug out location. Oh yeah, yeah, Warhorse. There's no sense in buying a bug out location because that money that you are spending to buy a bug out location can be used for other things. Because once SHTF, once the shit hits the fan, there is going to be plenty of free land, plenty of free houses, and you can go to any of these places and kick in the door, and there you go, a brand new house. Say you have to bug out. There's thousands of rural cities, rural towns, and all you need to do is just open the door and lay your stuff there. You know the old saying, home is where I lay my head? That's what it's going to be like in an SHTF situation. Yeah, always on the move. But, you know, at least prepare and prep in your current house. And I always tell people give at least 2 weeks to bug out. That means you can get all your shit in order before you have to leave your residence and go. In that 2 week span, you can plan what route you're taking. You can go ahead and go forward and scout the roads, scout the area that you're going to. Because here's the thing, internet and all this stuff is still going to be around. They said that internet, if if SHTF happens, power, water, like electricity, water, internet, and phone service will still be active for 5 months after the grid goes down. But that's 5 months. So prep and survive for that 5 months. And when that 5 month mark hits, then start making out your bug out way. If you're in the city and everything, go ahead and leave the fucking city. Get out of the city. But I mean, because the city is just going to be full of turmoil, danger, and war. But also in a lot of major cities, if you're in a major city, you have to get out of there before the military comes in, before the police start making barricades. Because once the police and the military get there and start making barricades, they will not allow you to leave the city. They may at the beginning, if you have family or something like that outside of the city, yeah, you can go to your family. But if you're a lone individual and you have no family or any way to prove that you have family outside the city, they're going to keep you confined to that city. Right. Well, technically zombies, they're not going to be brain-eating zombies. The terminology for zombies is a individual that would do anything and everything to achieve their goal. Whether it's food, whether it's robbing, whether it's sexual or whatever. That is the terminology for a zombie. And a zombie will do it mindlessly and effectively, because you could have the nicest person in the world. Yeah, yeah, Steve. Like, you could have the nicest person in the world, but when it comes down to their family and making sure that their family is safe, that person will turn into the most evil, vile, crucial killer to protect their family, to protect their loved ones, to protect their house. They will turn in a heartbeat. Even a domesticated dog will turn on you in a heartbeat. I mean, it's the way nature is. It is the way of survival. And don't be running around with a large group of people either, thinking that you're going to survive. Because 99% of survival group sessions have ended in fighting and falling out, and people literally trying to kill each other because of irrational thinking. So you cannot trust. It's hard to even trust your own family, you know? Your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, because they all have something to protect. And even if they're by themselves, they have somebody they need to protect. A lone wolf has their self that they need to protect. Their self is number one. Their self is the first person that they will protect. A family man that has a wife and children will put his life before his wife and his children. He will do anything and everything to protect his wife and child. If somebody has a dog or a animal, they will do anything and everything to protect that animal before themselves. Yes, survival of the fittest. And in a group scenario, once rationing starts happening, when you have to cook for multiple people and you have to give a same portion to every single individual, and you get to the last individual, you have to scrape everything out of that, pan to put on that plate, you know? Well, in other people's eyes, when starvation and their mind starts playing games on them, they're going to start thinking that you're putting that person first before anybody else. It doesn't matter if it's a newborn child. If a 40-year-old man looks at you and you are putting more food on a child's plate than his plate, and he's doing work and all this stuff, he's going to turn on you. He's going to be, why does that child get more food than me? I'm the one that's out doing all this work and everything. I don't get any special treatment, so why does that child get special treatment? They will turn on you, and more than likely, they are in closer range to kill you than marauders on the street. If they will come to you, they'll tell you to go and take your nap. Don't worry about guarding or anything. Go take your nap. And while you're asleep and everything, you're going to feel a cold blade on your throat, and it's going to slit your throat because you can't scream with a slit throat. Or they're going to stab you in the left lung and fill your lung with blood. You can't scream or anything. Nobody's going to find out that you're dead. All they got to say is you left last night, and saying that you're going to go on a ration run at night, and they don't know where you are. It's happened in Native American reservations. It's happened in concentration camps. It's happened in POW camps. It's happened all the time. So don't think you're safe in a group of people that you have no clue who they are. And don't think you're safe because they're family either. Because family will turn on you quicker than anybody else. Oh, I know, Warhorse. I was raised the same way, brother. But you still have to look at all the scenarios. Even our own people killed each other for limited rations of pemmican when they were on the reservations. They killed their own brothers and sisters in the reservation. I mean, not even our ancestors are safe from that sin either. I'll be right back. I got to get ready for work. Hold on. Y'all just talk within each other, okay? I'll be right back. All right, sorry. Um, I'm going to have to end this, family. I gotta get to work and everything. But I hope you all have a good day. Have a good evening, good night, something. And then I'll probably have another live stream later tonight. But I love you all. Take care, family. Bye.